I'm Andrew,
I'm Rick.
and it's time to gas. So let's gasm if you've got them. So welcome to the first episode of Gamegasm's very own podcast, hosted here by me and my lovely ginger fellow Rick.
Yeah, we finally got there. We've been wanting to do this for a long time, and we've finally gotten around to getting us set up in order to do it. So here we are. We're actually doing it now.
Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks on the dot now where we've been like, should we do it this weekend? And it's like, yeah, and it just doesn't happen. But we're here, we've got it. And we're going to try and keep this consistent. We've got no reason why we can't. So, yeah. First thing that I want to mention with this podcast, this new podcast, is we are planning to drop new episodes on Mondays. So, you know, if you're stuck at work and it's a really boring Monday, you know, you got a little bit of entertainment there, but it's also easier for us to record like on a Sunday, so that's kind of good, the scheduling for that. Obviously this one, if you're listening the day we put it out, is probably a Wednesday or maybe a Thursday, but for the future, Monday's what you can expect, and we'll have bonus podcasts here and there depending on what's going on. For example, the Game Awards are coming up very, very soon, and we will be dedicating a bonus pod to talk about the winners, what's revealed, all of that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that's that. Let's move quickly on to sort of housekeeping. Yeah?
Housekeeping. How we doing? I mean, you know, it's... With, you know, this podcast, we've been... Like I said, we've been wanting to do it for a long time, and we've been trying to get ourselves into sort of the setup to do it, and we're here now. We are going to try and, as you said, this is going to be a weekly project, and I'm getting on all right. I'm getting on all right recently, and I feel like I've got a fair bit to talk about game-wise. I think we both do. I think when it comes to gaming and entertainment in general, we just waffle. Absolutely waffle. The amount of times we sit there and we're like, why aren't we recording this? Because this is a great conversation. You know, so...
Honestly, It's like so many times, because where we now live together, you know, it just kind of happens. We get caught in conversation here and there, and then we just start ranting out everything for like hours. And obviously, like when we're playing stuff like Call of Duty, whatever, half the time we just sit there in the lobby just chatting shit, you know, so why not sort of let everyone else hear our wildest thoughts. But yeah, it's good to finally get this going. As a general housekeeping for myself, you know, I've sort of just been playing COD really. We'll get more into that sort of coming up.
Got a little bit of a structure,
but yeah, it's been alright, not too bad recently, you know, can't really complain. It's nearly Christmas, love me some Christmas. December's finally hit, the calendars are out, love it.
You say finally hit, but like I feel like this year's gone really fast. Like we're in December now, but like I just feel like the first 11 months just went. Like January was a slog as usual, like it is every single year. But then the rest of the year has just gone, and we're here now in December. And gaming wise, you know, there hasn't really been too much this year, like that I can think of. There's been some massive releases, but I think if you look at the Game Awards nominees, it really hasn't been a huge year for gaming. It's been a bit of a respite year, I think, for the industry.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, coming off the heels of 2023, which was it was one of the most massive years we've had in a long time. It's obvious that like the next year or two they're going to sort of be a little bit slower. But I also think where we were supposed to have Grand Theft Auto 6 this year, that's probably scared a lot of people into doing stuff this year. But obviously it's been delayed now and all that. But I think that's sort of partly to it. And next year should be huge because of it.
Yeah, next year will be a big one, I think, off the back of this sort of, I wouldn't say dull year, but quiet year for gaming. I think it's a bit.
So, what's our first sort of port of call after this?
So I think, you know, this is our first podcast. You know, we wanted to do it for a while, so I think we're just gonna, you know, sort of jump into a little bit of an introduction to me and Andrew, and just sort of first little bit we'll be just talk about like some of our earliest gaming memories, some of our fondest ones. Maybe favourite games, favourite consoles, etc. So yeah, I'll jump straight in. I was a '90s baby. I was born right in the middle, '95. Was that one year before the PlayStation 1 released? 2 years.
I think it was 96 here.
It was 96 here, wasn't it? Yeah. So I grew up with the PS1. Basically, funny story is when the PS1 released or was coming out, I was very young at the time, 1 year old, whatever. And my dad actually said to my mum, Rick wants a PS1 for Christmas. And she was like, oh, so our 1 year old told you that he wants a PlayStation 1 for Christmas? And Dad was like, yeah, he absolutely does. So my dad got a PS1, claimed it was mine, but obviously I didn't play it because I was one. But yeah, so my earliest gaming memories from the are the PS1 era include all the greats, like the Crash, the Spyro, particularly CTR was one of my favourite games. And all these different types of PS1 games. I never really got into like the big ones like Final Fantasy when I was young. I got into those bit as we went on, as I got older. But yeah, one of my earliest gaming memories I can remember is my dad playing the PlayStation 1 and playing Abe's Odyssey. And I remember when I saw Abe the first time, and I was terrified. He scared the living hell out of me. Abe, I've still got some sort of phobia of Abe to this day. But
that tingle that just sort of hits.
Yeah, exactly. And he's, I don't know, he's just a weird guy, like he's just a weird guy. And I just remember being so young. And I think once I was in the house with my uncle on our own, and I remember I went upstairs and I went to the PS1 like cabinet we had with the games, and I saw the game cover for Abe's Odyssey, and I just threw it on the floor and ran downstairs because it just scared the hell out of me, so it just wasn't my cup of tea.
It's understandable though. Like,
I mean, the guy's got like, his mouth sewn shut, he's kind of weird looking, So yeah, so that's a weird gaming fact about me. But other than that, like one thing I was into and still am massively is Pokemon. I grew up playing Pokemon cards. Absolutely love it. And my favourite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I've got an absolute. I've got just such a genuine connection with that game. Just the Kingdom Hearts series in general, and Kingdom Hearts 2 is, in my opinion, absolutely phenomenal. Music, gameplay, everything about it is just amazing. And I love all types of Japanese RPGs. Really, it's sort of my favourite genre. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts is up there for me. That's my favourite.
Nice. So, as sort of like close knitted we are when it comes to both being like PS1 kids and playing all those great classics and all that, we couldn't be further apart when it comes to sort of the games we play nowadays. I used to be a big Pokemon fan. Fucking every fucking kid was.
Yeah.
And I played it for all it was worth, all the old games. I actually, this is totally legal and totally legitimate, but I used to play all of the old Pokemon games on the PSP, which is just crazy.
Oh my god, I didn't realise they released them on the PSP.
No, you learn something new every day.
I missed a trick there. I really did.
But yeah, so I grew up sort of with those. Like my PSP was my everything machine. Like that thing, I held very close to that thing.
Yeah,
it played every fucking game I could want. It had like the video, music. That was my introduction into many different types of media, especially on the go.
Yeah.
And it's like, every so often we'd go like on a camping trip with the family or whatever, and it's like, well, I've got some of my favourite videos on there.
You've just reminded me as well. Like my mum got a white PSP when it first came out. My dad bought it for my mum. Don't know why. My mum doesn't play games. My mum doesn't game. I think it was another excuse for my dad to get another console. And the only game he got for it, Cars. It was great.
Perfect.
It was brilliant. Me and my brothers absolutely loved playing Cars on that PSP when we went away camping. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Unreal. But yeah, so love the PSP. I don't talk about it enough, to be honest, these days. Like it kind of was like this massive thing in my life, and when it went, it just really went. So I need to show the PSP a little bit more love. But yeah, so Pokemon, it was a big deal. Not so much anymore. It's I can't play RPGs.
No, I know this.
I struggle with RPG. I can't do it. The last RPG I played was a Pokemon, and I did about 20 hours on the Diamond remake on Switch.
That's arguably the worst game to play, though.
So I've heard. I enjoyed it. I really did. I loved my time playing it. It was the first Pokemon game I'd played in about 10 years.
Yeah.
And it was so nice to sort of actually remember these things I thought I'd forgotten. But yeah, 20 hours in, it's just like, I think I've gotten enough out of this game. And it's like, I wanted to finish it.
Yeah.
But I'd had enough of the same battles and the same.
Why do you think you're not into RPG? Is it the turn-based RPGs, or is it just any
I
RPG?
can't stand turn-based. I can deal with it with Pokemon because contextually it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I sort of, I played a lot of it as a kid. I know what to expect from that kind of thing when it comes to like Pokemon specifically. Outside of Pokemon, fucking hate it. I tried Final Fantasy VII, the original. Turn-based in that game, not a fan.
Fair enough.
Really did not like it.
Fair enough. Sacrilege, but fair enough.
But I think for RPGs, it's very overwhelming because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
It feels like the games are so long, but that about 3/4 of that playtime could have been cut down. And you still would have sort of had the same experience. That's how I view it. Obviously, I'm wrong, but
Glad you could admit it.
But yeah, I understand why people love these games. I'm more of I'd rather play like multiple games in like 60 hours than absolutely smash one.
So you're the type of guy who wants your RPGs to be shorter, whereas I'm the opposite end of the spectrum. I want my RPGs to be longer. I want to be playing them games for months. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, I didn't want those games to end. I loved them so much, And even though it took me 60, 70 hours for each game, I wanted more. I absolutely wanted more, And it's funny how just two different, even though we've both grown up with sort of the same stuff, we've both grown up with the same types of taste of games, we've just completely differed, like completely gone separate paths, when it comes to RPGs in particular. But yeah.
Yeah, that's my stance on RPGs, and trust me, you will be hearing a lot more about it because I will take any opportunity to not give a shit about an RPG. But yeah, a little bit sidetracked there, but yeah, that's my stance on that. I'm very much more of a shooters, a platformers, a puzzlers, that kind of, basically anything that isn't an RPG. Yeah. But yeah, I obviously, again, grew up with PS1, my favourite console ever, love that thing. So many games. I used to play a lot of demo discs. Like, we had fucking so many. And I'd play basically every one for all they were worth. I'd try out all sorts of bits. There's so many games where, like, if I went into like a random retro game shop and picked up fucking 10 PS1 games that I'm like, I've never heard of that, and played them, I guarantee you at least 7 of them I would like recognize, and I'd be like, holy shit, I have played this, and it would be from a demo disc. So yeah, that's sort of where I am. I have been a long time PlayStation fan. It wasn't until 2021 I picked up a Xbox One. Very, very cheap, and it was just for Game Pass, basically.
Yeah.
I tried out a few things. I tried to play Halo, and I had more fun killing my own Marines. But that is one game that I will sort of get to.
This is a great start to the podcast. We're going to turn all our audience away. We don't like RPGs and we don't like Halo.
God, just run away while you can. But yeah, so I sort of dabbled with Xbox a little bit recently. I've got a Series X now, which I've had for about 2 years, and I barely use it. I think the most recent game that isn't Call of Duty that I played on it was I got about halfway through Doom: The Dark Ages.
Okay.
And even though, right, so this is not just RPGs, right? I loved Dark Ages. It's such an unreal shooter, but it just got to a point where I'm like, I'm fucking bored now.
Yeah.
And it's not because the game's boring or anything. I sweated it out for a good couple of days, and it's just like, I need something new now.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
And yeah, I might re-pick it up, but it's so hard for me to pick games back up after I've like sat them down for like a little while. So I'm thinking maybe I might just pick it back up on PS5 and play through the whole thing again on there. But we'll see. I still need to play the first two Doom games of this trilogy, but
Doom was never a series I really gelled with. Like I respect the games and how good they are, but I don't know. Like I tried playing like a couple of the Dooms on Xbox One and whatnot, and it's just not my type of. I love shooters, but it's just not. It wasn't my type of game, unfortunately, and it's not the type of game that I can ever see me really going back to. But I can respect how good they are for sure.
yeah, I love the newer Dooms. I mean, I haven't played any of Eternal, and I played about 3 hours of Doom 2016 for a Christmas special I was working on last year that never actually went into production. But I've still got the footage, so maybe one day we'll pick it back up. But yeah, so when it comes to Nintendo, obviously I've mentioned Pokemon already, but I, like every other kid, grew up with the Game Boy Advance. That was all Nintendo was in the UK really until the Wii came out, and then I had a Wii as well. Mario Galaxy, Smash Bros. Brawl, all these new different things I'd never had the chance to play before. It was great time.
It was a phenomenal era for Nintendo as well. Like the Wii era, like you picked up right in an amazing. Don't get me wrong, the GameCube era was good as well. The N64 era was unreal, but the Wii era really like just invigorated Nintendo, like literally, like financially and like gaming wise. Like the Wii era of Nintendo games was just absolutely phenomenal. Like you've named a couple there: Galaxy, Smash. I know Smash is an ongoing series, but like Galaxy was incredible, and arguably one of my favourite games of all time. But yeah, the Wii era, you've definitely picked up Nintendo in the right sort of time frame, let's say.
Obviously, Wii U. We don't talk about that one.
No, that didn't exist.
But yeah, I got a Switch. Couple of years into the life cycle, I've genuinely. It feels like with the Switch one, it really did feel like I barely used it. But when I sort of think about it, I actually played so many games on it. Mm-hmm. Like most of the Wii U games that I played on Switch, and there was loads of new games that I picked up that I played on there. I just don't think, unlike the PS5, I don't play games consistently on there all the time. Like there's no ongoing games that I'm constantly going back to that are on the Switch. Maybe Mario Galaxy, but that's about it, really. I don't even really play Smash Ultimate anymore.
No.
But yeah, well, I think that's a good little insight into sort of where we came from in the gaming sense.
We've not given you everything about us there. Like that's just a very surface of sort of our gaming sort of history. Let's say, like you'll see as these podcasts come, like what our interests are, what our tastes are when it comes to specific genres and types of game, etc. But that's just sort of a little introduction to just who we are, how we got into gaming, and how it's got us to where we are today in gaming terms.
Right, sound. So what have we got next, buddy?
So we've got a news section. Okay, it's been a bit of a slow week. It's not been or slow couple of weeks, let's say. So I think the one big thing that's come out over the last couple of weeks was two big things, two big stories. One's the Steam Machine's coming back.
Who could have ever predicted
that was not on my 2025 bingo card. The Steam Machine famously, or infamously, should I say, absolutely, fell flat on its ass when it was first came out, first announced. Valve have said the technology, the software technology wasn't there. And they said they went a bit too early with the Steam Machine, so they've brought it back. It's arguably better. There's apparently better than ever. It's just a mini GameCube that's got a power of a PC in it. And if that thing comes in at a decent price, with Xbox being the way they are in the gaming industry right now, I think Valve could have really, they could really steal something when it comes to gaming and gamers, because I've never been interested in, like, sort of... I have been interested in PC gaming, but not enough to drop money on a PC, drop a lot of money on a decent PC. Whereas now, the Steam Machine's coming out, and like I said, if that thing comes in at a decent price, it's definitely something I'm thinking about.
I feel like it is coming at a time where it is so perfect for a new console to sort of be dropping, that I don't think is actually anything to do with the fact that Microsoft is kind of pissing out a little bit. Yeah. I feel like this is probably going to be around at the £800 mark from what I've personally heard. It would be nice if it could be competing with the PS5, because if Microsoft are going out, then we need something else for Sony to, like, get rattled by.
Not have a monopoly on the market. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it is going to be more on the expensive side, and it's not going to be as much of a console as people think it will. But with how much it's going to be and the power of it, it probably also isn't really going to, like, replace that void that Microsoft will leave when they finally pull out of the console space. So it's going to be a very weird market in a few years' time, I think. Because obviously there is going to be a new Xbox, and from what we know so far, it's really not looking traditional. It's going to be weird, and yeah, I'm very curious as to what it's going to be like all the gaming market is going to be like, even in sort of like 5 years' time. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a wild ride that we're all here for.
Absolutely, and I'm here for it, baby. I'm here for it. The other big story, it probably comes to no surprise to anyone, that GTA 6 was delayed once again.
Yeah.
And it's now been put back to, I want to say, is it late 2026 now?
If I remember, it's November 19th.
November 19th, 2026.
It might be a few days out there,
the game
but yeah.
should have been out already. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, the game was set to release, was it September, just gone?
Yes, I think so.
And then they sort of said, oh, now it's May, and now it's November, and I will not be surprised if we get one more delay. I feel like this might be the final date, though, because that is, like, one of the most perfect times you can release a big game, like, just before the holidays sort of thing.
They've also given themselves another year. Like, when delays come around, like, you don't usually see a year. Like, you usually see 3-4 months, 6 months at a push. But Rockstar have decided to basically give themselves just over another year till the game comes out. So, I mean, that game has got some hype, like, that I have never seen. It's got some ambition, to the point where I think they just want to make it absolutely perfect and try and live up to the expectation, because if it comes out at any less than that, it's going to be bad.
There is a lot riding on it.
Yeah.
I think, the huge wait between entries and just how good the last couple of Grand Theft Autos were, it's a huge sort of boot that you've got to really fill.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, there is also, like, the other part of that where, like, there's some Rockstar employees that have sort of wrongfully been removed from the company, and it feels like the delay came out to perfectly, like, hide,
cover it
like,
up.
Put that under the carpet. It's a bit, but I'll obviously be standing with any developers that have had wrong been done to them, but I'm not as well educated on the subject, sort of thing. So if you sort of want to know what's going on, there are plenty of sort of videos covering that you can go and watch and sort of get the full scoop on that. But yeah, that's basically what I had on that one.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, slow week for news, really, and the only other news thing, really, not really talk about that much on this podcast, but the Game Awards is coming up, and it's always a great time of the year for gamers. I think the Game Awards, I've got some of my fondest memories watching the Game Awards live stream. Got any predictions? Just a quick one.
Predictions? Well, I do want to just mention CTR2.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be... Yeah. I mean, it's very obvious that is more than likely going to be being revealed, and when it does, holy shit,
We are
that's going to be a
going to-
historical moment.
We are going to lose our minds collectively, I think, when that gets announced, because CTR Nitro Fueled, for me, is top 5 game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I loved that game so much. I grew up with Crash, as I said earlier, and they really nailed that formula in the remake. And seeing that a possible CTR2 is coming when I didn't think we would ever get another one has got me very excited.
I think that's the thing. I didn't expect to see another Crash game in the next 5 years.
A Crash game in general,
let alone a
Yeah.
CTR sequel. Like, come on, man.
They got to make up for Rumble.
Yeah.
Team Rumble. That was like, what were they doing with that? Like,
It was fun, but it just wasn't the itch that needed scratching.
But yeah.
As far as predictions go for me, I genuinely have no idea for this year,
Neither
and
do I.
I'm so glad that that's the case, because I just having no expectations is always good to go into these things with, but it's like I'm out. I've got nothing on the thingy, so it's going to feel so much better when there's really good stuff coming up.
Yes.
But I do really think the only sort of prediction I do have that isn't CTR related, that God of War game, the the sort of 2D Metroidvania style one that I've heard going around the rumour mill for fucking forever now, I think it's finally going to be revealed.
Okay.
Which I think for like God of War fans that aren't aware of this rumour, I think it's going to disappoint them.
Yeah.
It is going back to what we're on Norse mythology now, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
it's supposed to be going back to like the Greek stuff. Not sure if it's like a prequel to. I'm not sure where that is. But yeah, I think that's going to be a genuinely good game. It's definitely going to disappoint a lot of people who think, oh, we're getting the third in this new God of War trilogy, whatever. But I mean, that can come later, you know.
They might be just giving themselves a bit of a bit more time.
Yeah,
to really,
yeah, exactly.
Like release this in the meantime for the fans, and then release God of War 3. New God of War 3, let's say, because God of War 3 already existed on the PS2. But yeah, I mean, no gaming fan can complain as much as Kingdom Hearts fans, because we wait 10 years for sequels.
How did I know you were going to bring this up?
I had to, and it's not my prediction. My hopeful prediction is we are going to see something on Kingdom Hearts 4, as it was announced 5 years ago. But I'm not hopeful for that, so let's just skip past that one. And I think my prediction is a bit of an out there one for me, and I don't think you're going to expect me to say this, but I've seen it on the rumour mill as well. I feel like they are going to announce the third Jedi game. Star Wars Jedi.
You know what?
game.
I was thinking about this a couple of days ago, and it sort of feels like the right time. Like the developers have actively been talking about the fact that they're working on it for a while now. I'd be extremely happy if that were the case, if they were to reveal that.
Well, I haven't played the first two. I mean, we were talking about it a couple of nights ago, and you and Brad have both been really getting on at me to actually try these games and play these games. You know, like Brad gave the whole cliche of Spider-Man when you actually feel like Spider-Man. Like Star Wars, you actually feel like the Jedi. And I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, but I have always wanted to play those games. So I did download the first one, and I'm going to probably play that through the Christmas period. And as the podcast goes, I'll probably update you on my progress as I'm going through that. With each week that passes by, but yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to play them. I do think Star Wars is cool, and I just like the idea of basically being able to have any color lightsaber you want.
Oh,
really,
yes.
like that's just really cool.
The
to me.
customization's above and beyond.
Yeah.
Like you can customize like every aspect of your lightsaber, and you will never ever see the hilt.
Yeah,
Like there's no point, but it's fun.
yeah, but yeah. So that's sort of my prediction. Quick prediction for the Game Awards. We're going to see some sort of.
I will quickly mention it will be very, very fucking funny if we hear anything on Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yes.
Because holy shit, it's been fucking 8 years since they gave us a trailer.
Yeah.
And they have said nothing on it.
No.
And if we get another teaser trailer and it looks worse than the last one, that will be hilarious.
Well, time to wait 8 more years.
But yeah, so that's that's Game Awards.
That's
now.
That's sort of the news section for this week. Obviously, it's not massive. I'm sure we're going to get a lot more news to talk about over the next couple of weeks. But yeah. But anyway, what have you been playing recently?
What have I been playing?
What have you been playing?
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like we've been playing the same thing.
I think we might have been. Yeah, so very controversially, I guess, we've both been absolutely smashing the new COD. Don't mistake us immediately for the consumer that literally buys every single one day one and then goes through the normal COD cycle that you are very much aware of. We're very weird with our COD games.
I'm in particular more weird. I've got a weird relationship with COD because I played I didn't play Modern Warfare. I mean, they're obviously the PS2 ones, which a lot of people have played, but like I didn't play Modern Warfare. My first COD game was Modern Warfare 2. I loved Black Ops 1, and then I stopped playing Call of Duty properly, probably around, I want to say Black Ops 3. That was probably my last big one. And then every COD after that was borrowed it off of someone, or I bought it really cheap at the end of the cycle, played a little bit of zombies here and there. Yeah. It just wasn't really my cup of tea anymore. And then Black Ops 6 came around, and because it was on Game Pass, that is literally the only reason why I started playing Call of Duty again, was because it was on Game Pass. Played a lot of Black Ops 6. Multiplayer, zombies, everything. I do absolutely love zombies. I wish I played it more, but I do love it, and it's the same for this Black Ops. Really, if it wasn't on Game Pass, I wouldn't be playing it. It's just the fact that it is on Game Pass. Multiplayer is decent. It's okay. It's COD multiplayer. It's basically the same every year, but zombies, as like my main interest now is the zombies, where the zombie story is going, as is yours. You're a big zombies guy.
Yeah.
But you know, like it's my relationship with COD was like played lots first few years, didn't play it for 10 years, played it lots again. And that's sort of where I'm at now. And don't worry, I do hate myself for it. I wish I didn't play it as much as I did at the weekend just gone. And the weekend before that, when they decided to drop 2 double XP weekends back to back. But yeah, that's my relationship with Call of Duty.
Yeah, I've got a somewhat complex one as well, but nowhere near to that bloody extent. No, so my first COD was no, it wasn't. It was Finest Hour on the PS2.
Oh wow!
I played through that
I thought
campaign.
You were going to say some PSP COD.
Oh my god! Right? Okay, so my first one was Finest Hour. I played through it, and that was about all she wrote. My second COD was Roads to Victory on the PSP. And I somehow loved it.
Yeah.
And I don't get me wrong, it genuinely was actually a really well-made game considering it was on the PSP. But it's not like anything really to write home about as a Call of Duty game.
I've got a question for you.
Right.
Did you play the PS Vita version?
Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah. So that will come in, but yeah. So I played those. And then I got we had a PS3 in the house from 2009. That was when the family first got that. And it's like, oh wow, I can get World at War, which is like the one I've been playing, but like all like big scale and HD and all this. So I got that. Me and Brad used to play a lot of the multiplayer. And I played so much zombies.
Yeah.
So fucking much. And I didn't have any DLCs. So it was literally just the first map.
Oh no.
So yeah, I know Knocked on Toten in and out, and I don't think anyone will ever know it as well as I do. But yeah, I played that a lot for all it was worth, basically. But I played it during Black Ops 1's life cycle.
Oh, okay.
So I got my PS3, like my own one for my room and all that, in 2011, and shortly after that Christmas, I got Black Ops 1. That had just wrapped up, sort of thing. MW3 had just come out. And I bought the last DLC pack for BO1, which was Moon, and it had the World of War maps. So I got to play Knocked on Toten again.
Talking about the Black Ops 1 DLC, I remember like that was like Black Ops 1 was my big COD. That was my big COD game. That was a game I was playing constantly. I was playing zombies on it constantly. I was playing multiplayer constantly. And I was really looking forward to the DLCs. And they named each DLC pack. They had 4 DLC packs, and each one was named something. I can't remember exactly what they were named. But when the last one came out, I remember seeing something was like, oh my god, the first letter of each DLC pack's name spells out something, and it spelled out fear. And I just remember being back then, like, for some reason that was absolutely mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the 4 DLC packs spell out fear. Absolutely no need for it whatsoever. It's just a cool little Easter egg that they did.
And it's so weird that it managed to be like that as well. Because I remember obviously the first DLC was First Strike.
That's it.
Because it was the first map pack.
Yeah, yeah.
And the last one was Resurrection.
And I know that A
because it was the fucking zombies.
Yeah, and I know that A was Annihilation.
And then there was Escalation, I'm pretty sure.
That's it, yeah.
Like, Annihilation, like, yeah, okay, fine. Escalation? Like, what?
Yeah,
like, that didn't really make sense, but I get that they had the thing going on. But yeah, it worked out really well. Very sidetracked there. Jesus Christ. But yeah.
And also, sorry, Black Ops 1 has my favourite zombies map.
Which is?
Ascension.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with BO1, the only map pack I got was Resurrection. So, I had the World War maps, and I had Moon, and I had Kino 5. Never ever bought any others. Which really sucked, because I really wanted to play Call of the Dead, and I remembered playing Ascension at, like, friends' houses, and it's like, damn, I can't play these maps.
Yeah.
So, it sucked. But yeah, didn't play any multiplayer on that one.
That's crazy.
I mean, I did, here and there. I did not enjoy it.
I loved BO1 multiplayer.
I loved playing wager matches.
Wager matches were like some of my funnest gaming memories.
I did do that here and there, but just the core multiplayer, I did not fuck with it.
That's fair.
Whatsoever. And even to this day, I think it's just jank. But yeah, didn't partake in MW3 until later on, and that was really only for the campaign and the survival mode. Then Black Ops 2, oh my god.
Yeah.
First campaign other than Road to Victory and what was the other one? Finest Hour.
Yeah.
First campaign that I finished start to finish, like got through the whole thing. I even got all the intel. I 100% of that bitch.
That's crazy.
Multiplayer, I still think is probably up there as one of the best. Zombies, I played it for all it was worth at launch because you know, transit wasn't great. Didn't have Nuketown. I don't think I was really missing out there.
No.
But I did get the season pass for this one. I had all the DLCs, and that was such a fucking special time in my life. I absolutely love the DLC season for that game, and Black Ops 2 is probably still to this day my favourite COD. I then got Ghosts for Christmas the next year, and it was like, cool. I was still playing BO2.
Yeah, as a lot of people were.
I liked Ghosts multiplayer. It was really, really badly hated. But Extinction, as soon as I fell in love with that, I was all over it. That whole year, I was just playing Extinction, and I really, really want to go back and play it. But after that, Advanced Warfare, I didn't give a shit about. Black Ops 3 was peak zombies, absolute peak. It was such a good time.
Agreed. That was my last one.
Infinite Warfare, I played Zombies in Spaceland because I borrowed a copy of the game off someone. Modern Warfare Remastered, I didn't really care. You know, I was really out of it for a bit. Then World War II came out, and me and Brad played the everlasting fuck out of the multiplayer on that. That was really good. And then Black Ops 4, it was so crazy for me because I was so excited, like everyone was. Bought the game at launch, got the Black Ops Pass. I didn't play DLC 2, 3, or 4 for a whole year after they came out.
Crazy.
I fell so hard off that game, it hurt. And then I kind of gave up with COD until the lockdowns all started and Warzone came out. And then obviously we had Cold War, where Zombies had the big comeback. And then didn't get MW2. I bought MW3 really late. You know, I haven't even mentioned Vanguard, and I'm not fucking going to. but I've been fully in, or I have been fully out.
Yeah. I feel like that's a bit of me as well. Like, I've either been fully into a COD, or I'm just like, no, not for me. Don't want to play this one.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think where we've had back-to-back Black Ops games now, whatever comes out next year, I already do not care.
Yeah.
And I don't think anything's going to convince me. If they announce Zombies, because obviously I'm primarily a Zombies player, if they announce Zombies in the next one, it will actively piss me off.
Yeah.
I've had enough of these zombie side modes in everyone else's games.
Just leave Treyarch to do the zombies.
Yeah,
just
like
do any other game mode you want to do. Just leave Treyarch to do the zombies, because you're not going to beat peak Treyarch zombies. It's just not going to happen. No matter what you try and compete with, you know.
And all the time that Treyarch keeps having to do the other modes, it's like it's going to take away from whatever the fuck they're supposed to be cooking up for themselves, you know. But yeah, long COD rant over. That's where we're at.
That was a big sidetrack for what we've been playing. But yeah, we've been playing that a lot.
So why don't we get into our thoughts on Black Ops 7, since it's the only fucking game we've touched in the last 3 weeks?
Well, actually, that's not true, because I have been playing Pokemon a lot. The new Pokemon, Pokemon Legends EA, and I know you.
I hear that music every night before I go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm abusing and exploiting the shit out of that game with how easy it is to get shinies. I leave it on overnight running to try and get as many shinies as I can. I finished the game. I've got nearly 500 hours in the game, but a lot of those hours are AFK hours. I think the game is phenomenal. I don't think it deserves the hate it gets. I love the fact that you are real-time fighting Pokemon now. It's just such a breath of fresh air for the franchise, and that was really, really needed. Story isn't great, but you don't play Pokemon for the story. No. You never really do. You play for the gameplay and catching all these cute and scary, funny little blue things running around. You know, so yeah, I mean, it's been great. I think it really does show off sort of the power the Switch 2 has over the Switch 1. I've got the Switch 2 version. I was not playing that on Switch 1. I don't know how well it runs on that, and I don't care, because the Switch 2 version is great. And like I said, I don't think it deserves hate it gets. Yes, the textures are a bit shit somewhere, but every game, like a lot of games, have that. And Pokemon has never been about the graphics, you know, and how it looks. It's just always been about, like, have fun and battle these things until they die. You know, like, it's and that's what I love about it. And this game, I couldn't recommend more to people, really. This game, if you haven't played Pokemon before, this is a perfect one to jump into, in my opinion, because it's because of the real time battling, and how easy it is. Not how easy the game is. The game is actually quite difficult. Can be quite difficult, but how easy it is to sort of pick it up. This one, but I won't talk about Pokemon anymore. That's just literally the only other game I've been playing, other than Call of Duty. But yeah, Call of Duty thoughts. Zombies is great. I do really like the zombies. I think we're back with zombies. Yeah. I think you'd agree.
Zombies is just as good as it was in BO6, and I was a big fan of the BO6 zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better than BO6, and we've only had one map so far. You know, so
just on its core mechanics alone, is better than BO6, definitely. But yeah, it's only going to get better by the looks of things. We're still waiting for season 1. That's this week.
Yeah, Thursday this week has a recording.
Which obviously season 1 for every COD game has lots and lots of content to offer. It sort of starts getting a bit smaller with each passing season, but season 1's exciting because there's loads and loads of stuff.
Yep.
And I think we're at the point now where we need some more content. You know,
I mean, we've played a lot of it to the point where we have milked that cow dry. I think the Call of Duty we've played, the amount we've played, the multiplayer is good. In my opinion, I think I preferred Black Ops 6 multiplayer over to this, but that was purely because of Face Off in Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
With Stakeout, and it was just a really fun, fast-paced game mode, you know, that I really enjoyed, and I enjoyed the camo grind on it as well. I am enjoying the camo grind on this somewhat, but I've played so much Nuketown recently that I see that fucking place in my dreams. I bet. You know, so I do want to have a break from it. It's not going to happen because season 1's dropping soon in the next couple of days, so we'll be playing a lot of zombies then. Probably more multiplayer as well. Probably mainly zombies. I'm just so intrigued to see where the zombie story is going to go, really. Like, I've never been a big zombie story guy, but the last 2 games have got me really invested. Yeah. I put a video on the other day. I didn't tell you about this. I put a video on the other day. It was like an hour and a half video of just explaining the entire zombies history lore.
Oh my God.
And I watched all of it. And I was like, this is great. I actually really enjoyed this. Like, you know, so... And I missed out. It filled in those gaps for me that I missed out from earlier Black Ops games. But yeah, Black Ops 7, return to form for zombies. Well, not return to form, because Black Ops 6 was a return to form. A continuation of form for zombies. Multiplayer, it's called multiplayer. Yeah. There's not really much to say about it. Campaign, however, dog shit, in my opinion. So, it was fun to play with 4 people. Yeah. If you don't play it with 4 people, just don't play it.
I mean, there's a lot that can be said. Like, this is its own, like, 4-hour discussion. But the campaign, there's a big controversy which we're gonna lightly tread, but yeah, we played it as a 4-stack in one sitting, and we had a good time.
We did that in one go, didn't we?
Yeah. We had a good time, not because like the game was, the story was terrible.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really care. No. I cared because Black Ops 2 is my favourite, and this is a sequel, and it really didn't do it any justice. But this was more for the co-op experience, and I think it did deliver on just giving us some really fun moments and scenarios, but in nearly every way, it is a complete failure.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And because they went all in with the co-op aspect, I feel like you lost that Call of Duty campaign charm. That you get with some of the emotional moments in the games, and like the sort of the stealthy moments in the games.
The stealth moments were our own faults.
Yeah, well,
we decided to shoot.
Yeah, I suppose. But you got some like Black Ops 6, for example. That one mission where you go into the big, what's it called? It's like a big auction. You're walking around. Like you didn't have any of that because it's a co-op experience. You can't really do that as a co-op experience. And it's just, I feel like the campaign really lost a lot of its charm. And I hope to bloody God when they make the next one, if you want to make it co-op, fine, but try and bring it back to what a Call of Duty campaign is, because this was shocking. Yeah, absolutely shocking.
I mean, if the next game is MW4, then I really don't care anyway. But like the campaign, no one is going to care about, because MW3's was so bad, and then Black Ops 7. So this is like the sort of big controversy. Obviously, last year we had this whole AI thing where voice actors were leaving, and there were calling cards and promo images that were all generated and all that. There was that whole thing there. This year it's like 10 times worse. Like there's some parts of animation where you can tell a human would not have done that, and it's a bit weird. So there's like AI that's animating now, like generating animation. Then you've also got like the fact that this is pinch of salt, but by the sounds of things, the script is also written by,
and you know what,
like ChatGPT.
I believe it. I believe it, because after playing that campaign, I did get a little bit of a couple hints in there. Like, this sounds like AI. Like, this sounds like AI wrote this.
So, like, the thing is though, I just like Harper's lines, like Michael Rooker's character. They were really good and really solid and really true to that character. And it seems like Michael Rooker wrote them himself.
Yeah. It's the only good thing about that campaign.
But like every other character's so ridiculously bland.
Yeah.
And so badly written that I don't know. Obviously we're never gonna get full disclosure on what's what.
No, they never know.
But that's the thing. But it's hard. Because I don't want to say go out and buy the game, because they will keep doing this. And then, Call of Duty's now like that franchise where they're doing this thing, so we can now do it to our franchise because they've gone ahead and done it and people are accepting it, sort of thing. It was the same with loot boxes. As soon as Call of Duty was really heavily doing those, everyone had them.
Yeah.
And now, obviously Fortnite did the Battle Pass, then COD immediately fucking copied it, and Battle Pass are fucking everywhere. This whole AI thing, if I tell you to go and buy it and you do, it only means that it's going to keep going. So if you really, really do want to buy the game, then obviously we can't tell you what to do. It's your money, you vote with your wallet. We bought the game, But the one thing I will not be partaking in is buying skins, buying gobblegums, anything like that. No COD points are going to be... I will get battle passes, because I like the blueprints and XP tokens, that kind of stuff, and it's something to work towards. And it's the best value thing. But skins with AI calling cards and all this fucking shite, especially with gobblegums, how overpriced they are and how ridiculously overpriced they are for what you get, sort of thing.
I think gobblegums, you can earn them in the game. You can earn, why are you going to go and buy them? It's to me it does seem like a waste of money to me, gobblegums. And we're not going to go on about it, because there is quite a famous zombies YouTuber who has made a big old video about this, and you can go and see that. But yeah, it's just Gobblegums for me. It's just like what that is the biggest cash grab going, in my opinion.
Like I love me, I love me a gift card and a perkaholic and all this sort of stuff. I'm not paying for that shit, man.
No,
like if I get
not.
it as a bonus, it's a bonus.
That's the
cool
thing. You don't need them.
Yeah, exactly.
It just makes your game slightly easier. That's all they do, really. And yeah, I don't know. I'm the same as you with the skins aspect. I probably will maybe buy one pack because I have 2,800 COD points already. I don't know how I got them because I never bought them, but I've got them there. So if a skin pack comes out that I like, probably will buy it. But I'm never actually going to put money into the game. Yeah. What I've paid, like what I've got, I paid for the game. That's it. That's all the money they're getting out of me. I'm not paying for any more money, putting any more money into that game because I just don't think they deserve it. And personally, it's a shame because the zombies is so good. But I hope this game flops. I hope this game is bad.
I mean, it sort of already has.
Yeah, like, I hope it carries on, and I hope the downward trajectory keeps going, because they need to learn. Like, they do. They need a lesson.
We've already had a lot of good things because of the competition from Battlefield. Like, they made a lot of changes that were genuinely very good changes, like with skill-based matchmaking and stuff like that. So that was, like, the first, like, this is a victory. Like, all these Battlefield people, I'm glad you're shitting on this game.
Yeah.
Because it's making the game better.
Carry on.
We just need to fight the fucking microtransactions now, and like, yeah. But yeah, other than all that controversy, we've been enjoying it. We've been playing it non-stop.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we can sit here and we can shit on the game as much as we want, but we have played a lot of it, and it has been fun. But I think it is mainly the social aspect of it. For me personally, I can't really play the game by myself. I don't like playing zombies by myself. I don't really like playing multiplayer by myself. I'll only ever play that game if I'm playing with people. Other than that, I will not play the game. But yeah, I think the social aspect of it, the fact that me, you, Brad, Connor, Jay, Liam, all of us have been jumping on it and just rinsing the shit out of it, has been such a fun experience.
Absolutely.
But the game itself, yeah, it is what it is. It's so.
If you want to see sort of our initial reactions to all the game modes and what we played, there are VODs of some streams from when the game first dropped that you can go and watch if you're interested in that. It's sort of our first attempts on the campaign, zombies, multiplayer, the whole lot. So yeah, go watch that if you're interested. We're going to move on, otherwise we'll be here all day. Yeah,
we are at risk of this becoming a Call of Duty podcast, which we don't want, because even though we've talked about it a lot, we aren't. That's not the type of gamer we are. But yeah, so the main part of this episode of this podcast, big first episode, big introduction to us. There is a game that was released, I want to say in 2011, possibly.
2012, I think.
And you might know of it. It was a little game called PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. It was Sony's answer to, or PlayStation's answer to Smash Bros, which was terrible. Funnily enough, first ever plat I got was that game. But like, it was awful. But we love the concept of a arena fighter with PlayStation characters and guest characters. So we came up with a little idea. We probably didn't come up with it. There's probably plenty of videos out there, people doing this. Yeah. We wanted to make our own roster for the game. If a 2 was to ever come out, this is the roster that me and Andrew would choose, like, for the characters in there. We did set ourselves. Actually, I'm going to rephrase that. Andrew set ourselves the task of coming up with 20 characters each. We are going to be saying 31 because I got 20 and you only got 11.
Hey, look, right. I've been a busy man, right? Okay. I've got 11 very solid, very sort of unique and niche characters here. I thought I'll let you heavy lift with all the ones that come to mind like straight away,
Yep.
And if you have missed any of those very obvious ones out, we will add them in, and yeah, I will end up with 20 characters by the end of it, basically.
Well, yeah, exactly that. And also, we haven't seen each other's lists.
No.
So we will probably cross over at least a few of these. I've got a really out there pick for one of them that
Okay.
I think is absolutely hilarious, to be honest. But I would love to see it, and I could see it, but I think it would be quite funny. So
I think, well, firstly, welcome to the first Draft 'em if you've got them.
draft them if you've got them.
So we are going to do this thing quite often now where we just draft things.
Yes.
Because there's what's more fun than talking about real things than talking about fake things that you really want.
Exactly that.
But yeah, so I think for structure of this, where you've got your 20, if you sort of like read out 2 of yours,
Yep.
and then I'll do 1 of mine,
Yep.
and so on and so forth. I do have a question first.
Okay.
Have you included any characters from the original?
No. I haven't. These
No.
are 20
Great.
brand new characters.
Because I wanted to say that this roster will be the original lineup minus the DLC characters plus what we're about to say.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. Let me just do one more check. Nope, none of these characters are in PS All Stars. So
Okay.
let's begin. Who's our first 2 fighters?
Our first 2 fighters. So, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
This one's pretty obvious, I think. This one has to be in the game. He's their mascot now. It's Astrobot.
Okay. I've also put Astrobot. This is not going how I wanted. Yeah. Oh, I mean, obviously,
I'll let you talk about Astrobot.
I was
then.
obviously gonna pick Astrobot. Astro's Playroom, fucking unreal free game. Like as soon as I got my PS5, because I got mine with Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, so I had 2 Spider-Man games to play with. I had fucking all of these other ones that had free PS5 upgrades. But the first thing that I played was Astro's Playroom, and oh my god, it was so much better of an experience I could have ever asked for, especially for a free game. And Astrobot, ooh, it's the same game, just longer, with new bots and characters which we never thought were going to be in it. And I could go on and on. It's just a fucking phenomenal game, and Astrobot is most definitely now the PlayStation mascot.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So yeah, definitely he'll be in the roster. You know, he can really take whatever. He could be sort of like the Kirby of this game, where like he can kind of do any move from any character.
I
really.
will say, all these characters I come up with, I haven't even thought of their movesets or what they could do. I've literally just thought of 20 characters.
I haven't really thought too deep into
So,
it, but
yeah.
like, yeah, and obviously, like if we're putting him in here like skins, he can just be any PlayStation character. I
any
guess.
character you wanted.
Yeah. So yeah, okay, that's Astrobot. All right,
Okay.
who else we got?
So my second one, you probably won't know this one, but Nintendo Smash, they have Joker from Persona 5.
Mhm.
So we're going to put in Yu Narukami from Persona 4, who is the main protagonist from Persona 4.
Okay.
Persona games are some of the most beloved games on the planet. Really, really great games. I've yet to finish one because they are about 1,000 hours long each.
Yes.
But I do love the games, and I know Persona 4 is very, very beloved by a lot of people. And I think if you've got Joker in Smash, you do the Raiden from is it Raiden?
Raiden from Metal Gear,
from
yeah.
Metal Gear, and you just take
So,
the
well,
other guy.
They've got him,
Yeah,
so
you take Yu what's his name? Yu Narukami from Persona 4, and you chuck him in there, and you basically have Joker's moveset.
easy. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know they are completely different characters and they work different ways, but you can definitely adapt it. But yeah, I think you would be a great addition to PS All Stars.
That's
2.
definitely a very, very nice pick. Obviously, all I know about the Persona series is Persona 4 Golden was a Vita game that is very, 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 very cherished. Like one of the best games on the system.
Arguably the best game of the system.
And it's one that I actually really wanted to play way back when, but I just never had it. And I was going to borrow it off my cousin, but I never did. So there's that. Okay, so my first pick. This is a bit of a weird one, and it could work in different ways. So I've just put a broader term, but I've gone with Patapon.
Okay, I
So-
didn't have this one.
I'm not sure really how I'd go with it. Whether it be you just add in one of the hero Patapon from Patapon 3, because they're like the big strong ones, or if you have it like the Pokemon trainer from Smash, where you have like maybe an archer Patapon, a spear Patapon, and a swordsman one that you can sort of just switch between on the fly. I'm not sure, but either way, Patapon representation as a character would be unreal. They got the stage invasion last time, so there's no reason they couldn't be here.
I don't have much knowledge on Patapon or history of Patapon. Never really played the game, so and I know you love them.
Fucking love Patapon. So good.
I don't know why I didn't see this coming from you, but yeah, it wasn't one I had on my list. But that is a great addition in my opinion. It's that could be such a unique fighter.
Oh yeah,
Patapon,
absolutely.
So, but yeah. So yeah, my next one. So I'm doing 2 again.
Yep.
My next one. This is obvious, I think. I don't know if you're going to put them both in, so I've just gone with Ellie or Joel from The Last of Us.
Fuck's sake. Wait.
Well, have you got that as well?
No, I don't.
No,
I
that's
didn't put him
crazy.
in. I could have sworn I'd put Ellie in, but I haven't, so that's good.
So the reason why I'd say Ellie is because I think she's more focused. She is more focused on throughout the story. You'll hear later my sort of thoughts on the Last of Us franchise in the games, but yeah, I mean you've got to have, if you're doing a PS All Stars 2, you've got to have PlayStation's arguably biggest franchise in there of The Last of Us, and that could be Ellie or Joel. I think it would be Ellie. Maybe Joel as a DLC character or something. I don't know.
I think maybe they could just be sort of clone characters of each other.
What do they call them in Smash? Is it mirror fighters?
Yeah, that sort
something
of thing.
Like that. Yeah. So they could be just the same moveset, everything the same, just either Joel or Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So got to have The Last of Us in there, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And then the next one, this would be, in my opinion, probably a clone fighter or a mirror fighter. Could do it as its own fighter. But you had Ratchet and Clank in the first one. Put Rivet and Kit in there. From Ratchet and Clank, what's it? Rift Apart.
Yeah, okay.
Because
I didn't think of that.
You got Rivet and Kit in there. In the first game, you had Ratchet and Clank, you had Jak and Daxter. Why not chuck Rivet and Kit in there? Whether it's a mirror fighter or not, like it could have the same moveset, could be slightly different, bit more representation in there for the Ratchet and Clank series.
Yeah.
Can't see why you wouldn't have Rivet and Kit in there.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good shout. And I suppose like Ratchet and Clank could play how they played in the first game, where it's based on those older games, and then these two can play as like representation of the newer like era.
They could have the rifts as part of their
that's fucking that's a really good idea. That is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So your next one.
So my next one, you might appreciate this a lot. Going back to PS1 with another classic.
Yep.
Very well. I say classic, cult classic. I'm picking Vibri from Vib Ribbon.
Didn't have this one, but I definitely appreciate that one.
I think visually it would be one of the most unique fighters to have, because Vibri can sort of just shape into it. It would be sort of similar to Mr. Game & Watch.
I was going to say Mr. Game & Watch. Like, this gives Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah, she can just like sort of change into different animals and shapes and all sorts, like in Vib Ribbon. But I think it'd be more visually appealing the way that she transforms as like sort of these squiggly vector lines into these different things. I think that would be really sick.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be a great addition. Like you said, Mr. Game & Watch-esque. I do find it funny how your first two picks are Patapon and Vibri.
Yeah.
Like that's so funny to me. Like that's such a really out there picks. But yeah, no, I mean I think that's a great addition, that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my next one. I'm not sure how they would make this work. I feel like you got to put Spider-Man in there.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't, not just because it's like obviously a Marvel IP mainly, but Spider-Man's in like other fighting, like he's going to be in that new fucking Sony fighting game, isn't he?
Yeah, there's Marvel Rivals as well,
and Marvel vs. Capcom, and but to be honest, that just makes me think like, well, if he works in all these other fighters, he will work here.
yeah, and I think again, Spider-Man, both games, all three games, sorry, some of the biggest software sellers on the PlayStation, and very beloved games from me. I absolutely adore those games. Platted all three of them, did absolutely everything you could in all three of them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. And Spider-Man's Spider-Man. I just think it'd be such a cool character to add in there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, don't know how it would work. Licensing and stuff like that. Like I know, Sony own part of him or whatever. I don't know.
I think they do just own Spider-Man in general.
Whatever. But yeah, I mean Spider-Man. Got to put Spider-Man there. Probably.
Absolutely good pick. Yeah.
And then my second one. This is a bit of a throwback. Tumbi or Tumba if you're in the US.
Yes.
This is one for the older kids. Another cult classic PS1 game. I don't have a lot of history with it, but I know it's a very beloved game on the PS1.
It's a very expensive game on the PS1.
Yes, yeah, and I think if you want to have some of your PlayStation history represented in this game, you put Tumby in there, or Tumba. Because I think it was it Tumby in the UK
I think
and
it was
Tumba in the US?
Tomby in the UK and then Tumba in the US.
It was the other way around. Yeah, but yeah, I think just a cool little quirky character to have in there. You know, not really any voice lines, just a little caveman that sort of screams at you every now and then. I think that'd be a cool little guy to have in there.
Yeah, that's not one that I personally put on mine that I definitely should have. That's a very good pick. So my next one is kind of an out there one, and I will say we're not looking too deep into the logistics of these, but I guess technically this is an Xbox character.
Okay.
But they have a history on PlayStation consoles. Not exclusively. But at the same time, I don't think Microsoft would care. I think they'd let them use these guys. But I'm picking Doom Guy.
Doom Guy. Okay,
or Doom Slayer.
So a pick that would so a rumored Smash character you're going to put in PS All Stars 2.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, there is the whole Microsoft are lending characters to Nintendo. I think really if Sony started making more PS All Stars games and they wanted all these characters, it kind of would be first come first serve between Sony and Nintendo.
Yeah, it would.
Microsoft would just be happy that they care.
It just get some representation, doesn't it? Really?
Exactly. But yeah, I'm gonna throw Doom Guy. His moveset could be very, very, very cool.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
And obviously, there was the Doom outfits in Smash. They didn't happen.
No.
I'm retconning that. But I just want Doom Guy in my made-up fighting game that's not real, so sue me.
Great pick. Another great pick. And another one that I didn't have. This is going quite well so far.
We're doing good.
So, my next two picks... so, my next two picks, I'm going to go with Eve from Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
Guna game.
Yeah, it is. But, yeah, no, that's... You've just actually... Right, I've got to put one more on mine that I've just thought of. You made me think of it.
Okay, yeah, so I played the demo for Stellar Blade. I do have someone close to me who has played Stellar Blade, and they've said it's one of the best games I've ever played. Eve is a great character, minus all the revealing outfits and yeah, like I said, Guna game. You know, put her in PS All Stars 2. I think she could fit really well in there. Work like a bit of a Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be more reminiscent of a Fire Emblem
or a Fire Emblem character.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I think Eve is a recent protagonist that's really broken out.
Yeah, some good modern rep.
Yeah, so like I said, in this game you got a bit of modern, bit of classic, bit of out there. So I thought Eve, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's really good.
Next one. This is quite a funny one, and I can't believe it hasn't been done already in Smash or anything. And it's Kiryu from Yakuza. I think the Yakuza games. Again, I've not really played a whole ton of them, but Kiryu's such an iconic character in the gaming industry that he just hasn't been represented in those types of games. I would have thought,
he would have been in any rep really from Yakuza would have been in Smash by now.
I think the Yakuza fans out there would absolutely love this, to have Kiryu in there. I think he would be such a really funny, quirky guy to play as, just running around with a crowbar or something. I don't know, but I just think his moveset could be funny as hell as well. He could have loads of different outfits from the different types of games, different types of Yakuza games. I mean, Kiryu, for me, when I was making this list, was a no-brainer, and I could not believe, I might be wrong, but I could not believe he's not really had any sort of representation in other media other than Sonic All Stars Racing.
I was going to say, was it Crossworlds?
Or Sonic Crossworlds, that's it. Yeah,
going to be in or something.
Yeah, so yeah, Kiryu.
Awesome. Yeah, no, good. Okay, my next one. You got to throw these fucking. So PS All Stars 1 had Fat Princess. Okay. So I've got to be thinking right, if they're going to put such a big fucking joke in the first game, I've got to take that and I've got to run with it and I've got to put another joke in this game. So I've gone with Bubsy.
Oh my god, I'm not buying this game anymore.
I feel like He's very, very infamous in the gaming pantheon. Those that remember him do not fucking like him.
No.
Which is why I think he'd be perfect.
I don't
for
think
this.
I've met a single Bubsy fan.
No, because they don't exist. Yeah, his games are terrible.
Yet his games keep coming back.
They do. Like, honestly, what is this fucking industry? But yeah, so part of the reason why was just like it's just funny.
It is funny.
Part of the reason is just like I would love to kick this fuck out of this guy. Like, just it'd be so fun to like just like select Kratos and absolutely go to town on him.
Ham on him, yeah.
So
No, I
yeah,
agree. No.
Bubsy's in the game. Fuck
That's
it.
your first crap pick. Yeah, my next two, I'm going to bundle these in together. Obvious ones, Crash and Spyro. Don't know how the logistics are going to work.
I did think you would end up putting these on. But...
I don't know how the logistics would work because Microsoft own them now.
Well, the fucking Nintendo clearly don't want them,
Yeah,
so...
and they haven't been in a fighting game since. Why they weren't in first PS All-Stars is absolutely baffling to me. That seems like an absolute missed opportunity. I think you make up for that, you go grovel into Xbox, and you chuck them in your PS All-Stars too.
Mm-hmm.
I think they both can have really cool movesets. They are the most, in my opinion, iconic gaming mascots of all time, other than Mario. I think you have to have them in there. You can't
absolutely.
not have them in there. So I thought I'd get these two out of the ways in a one-er. Crash game's phenomenal. Spyro game's phenomenal. Both remakes by the Crash remake. Insane Trilogy. It's okay. It's not the best. Crash 4, in my opinion, is phenomenal. It's just quite hard and a lot of padding. Spyro, I loved Spyro a bit more than Crash because of sort of like the open world feel of it.
Yeah.
And also the Spyro Reignited trilogy is one of the best remasters I've ever played.
You've ever made?
I made the game.
It yourself?
Only me. It's toys for Rick, not toys for Bob. That sounds like a sex shop. But,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so yeah, it's one of the best remakes I've ever played. I absolutely love playing the Reignited trilogy, and I want my purple boy back. I want Simon the Door back.
he's very overdue. So, PlayStation All Stars rep would suffice, I reckon.
So yeah, you got to have the orange guy and the purple guy in there.
Yeah, purple guy. We need to put Freddy
God,
Fazbear.
no. Do you know what? There was one part of me that was like, do I put Freddy Fazbear in here?
Why didn't I think of it? God damn it. Oh dear.
So yeah, okay. So you got the orange guy and the purple dragon. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
I think they've got to be in there.
Yeah.
Same with like Aku and Sparks.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, got to be there. Okay. So my next pick, you might want to close your eyes for this one, because I'm going to pick Abe.
Oh no! I can't play it. I can't play the game anymore. So now I don't want the game because of Bubsy, and now I can't play the game because I've got phobia in it.
So yeah, I'm going to go with Abe. I think there's a lot of wiggle room for some really cool sort of moves and stuff.
It's a really obvious one, isn't it?
It is a very obvious one.
I didn't think of.
How the fuck Sony didn't think of it, I don't know.
Crazy.
It's one of those, like, there was plenty of them, but it was one of those like IPs that should have been in the first game that Sony has every right to fucking use and just forgot.
Yeah.
Just there's no real reason. They just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have his justice. He's in this game, and yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable. I've played bits of different games here and there, but I feel like as a more sort of slower but like you know those sort of characters in Smash where you've got to be knowledgeable on their moveset because they got really wacky out there moves. Yeah, I feel like he'd be one of them.
Yes, I agreed. 100% agreed. Good pick.
But yeah.
Good pick. Also, like I said, another really obvious one. That's just like not. Why was he not in the first one?
Exactly.
Like,
I forgot.
A mystery. But then PlayStation did drop the ball with that and put the guy from Killzone in it. So it's
John Killzone. Hell yeah.
And Fat Princess. But yeah, so my next two picks. So again, I'm gonna go a bit more, recent representation. You're gonna have you got to put Jin in my opinion, from Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
I've never played the game. It is a game I'm gonna get round to. My brother doesn't shut up about it. Like Jay, like if he's listened to this, he'll know how much he wants me to play that game. I think modern representation. Get Jin in there. One of the biggest games on PlayStation, Ghost of Tsushima. Great game, and I think another sort of Fire Emblem-esque character you could probably make out of him. And I think he could have a really cool moveset. Jin. Not really much more to say on that, unfortunately, for me. And then the next one, another, like, again, this is sort of like my modern representation block. You're going to go SBP, Sam Porter Bridges, Death Stranding. I think his moveset could be absolutely hilarious. Like, he could throw his box at people.
Yeah. I was just thinking for a second there, like, how would this guy fight? And I suppose just however an Amazon man would fight you if you went and picked on him in the street.
How does a villager fight in Smash? Yeah. There you go. You know, like, it's like, yeah, like you said, pick a fight with an Amazon driver. See how they fight and be like, you're a character in CBS All Stars.
Do you want to do a smoke at me? Like, I know I've just clattered you, but
yeah, I think like I said, modern representation. Sam Porter Bridges in there. I just think like, some of these characters, for me, they weren't like, out there. They were more like, what would PlayStation do? What would Sony do? Yeah. And I think that's those two in particular. I think they would do.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, my next one. You may actually have this one on your list because it's another very obvious one, and I think the reason why they weren't in the first game was because they were sort of swapping spit with Xbox a little bit. But I'm going with Lara Croft.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of Lara Croft. That's crazy.
That's insane.
That didn't even cross my mind once.
Okay, well, yeah, absolute icon of the PS1.
Oh, 100%.
Obviously, since those days has gone multi-plat, and yeah, the latest trilogy was very Xbox-y.
Sort of very Xbox heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. But you absolutely know we're going with that. Blue shirt.
Yeah.
The shorts.
Could give her a polygon skin as well.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like a lot of the PS1 guys should have polygon skin. But yeah, you've got to have. She's got so much room for some really cool moves.
Yeah.
She could be like sort of play similar to Nathan Drake, but with more sort of somersaults and shit.
Yeah. Agreed.
But yeah.
Sort of a mix between Bayonetta and Nathan Drake.
Yeah, basically.
Opinion. Yeah. No, that's another good one, and another obvious one I didn't think of, which is crazy. But yeah, so my next two, another sort of modern representation, Aloy, Horizon Zero Dawn, or the Horizon series.
Again, in my opinion, how did I not think of that?
In my opinion, that's such a boring pick. Like a couple of these are, but this is what Sony would do if they made a second one, and Aloy would be in there. I've never played the Horizon games personally. They've never been my cup of tea. I've heard they are quite good. The fact they made a Lego Horizon game is kind of crazy.
I'm glad you bring that up because it's just giving me the idea. You know how like in Smash you've got Link and then you've got Toon Link.
Oh my god, Aloy and Lego Aloy.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be cool, actually. I'd actually kind of like to see that.
Because obviously, like Sony themselves developed and published the Lego Horizon game. Like that wasn't TT or anything. So I could 100% see them trying something like that. Like, that would be sick.
But yeah, Aloy I think is another obvious one that's probably going to be thrown in there.
Yeah.
And then my next one, this is a bit of a throwback, but also somewhat recent. James from Silent Hill 2.
I did have a feeling you were going to pick this one.
I was going to put a Resident Evil character in there. But then I thought, I think Silent Hill was a bit more synonymous with PlayStation than Resident Evil is. And obviously you got the Silent Hill 2 remake that came out not too long ago, which was absolutely fantastic. I think you could have James in there, just a normal guy. And he could just have this weird moveset. He could have a move or his final smash in quotations. Could be something to do with the other side, the other world. He makes it all like dark and dingy and horrible. I just knocked the mic. I'm so sorry. He can make it all dark and dingy and horrible and whatnot. But I think James from the Silent Hill 2 series, it should be in there. And another one I think they probably would think about at least. I don't know if they actually would put him in there because it could be quite boring.
Yeah, it could be quite difficult to come up with a moveset, but it's definitely an interesting one to sort of include.
It's a representation for the horror, sort of side of games as well, I think, and also this list is partly what I want, and James is what I want in there.
Yeah.
James is my next one.
Sweet. I've got right here probably the most out there pick I could possibly conjure.
Okay.
So obviously a lot of my ones so far have been like PS1 well, from PS1 games sort of thing, that sort of era. So I wanted to get a PS2 rep in,
Okay.
but quite a bit of the roster of the original was like PS2 games. So I had to really think outside the box, and I'm going with Jimmy from Bully.
Oh wow, that's out there. That might be more out there than my like joke pick.
I genuinely think, I mean, having some sort of Rockstar like representation, because I really don't think you'd get away with a character from a Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But Jimmy, perfect. Slingshots, stink bombs, like it's just a kid, you know.
Yeah.
Use kid weapons.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fucking sick.
It would be quite funny actually to have Jimmy from Bully. I never played Bully.
Oh, you are missing out.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
So
I've heard
good.
it's good. I've heard it's good.
I've got the remaster.
I'll have to play
Just
it.
Nick it, mate.
I'll have to nick it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and play it. Yeah, Jimmy from Bully.
yeah. Jimmy.
Nice,
Good old
nice.
Jimmy.
My next two, these are throwbacks. One's still going, but one is a throwback. Bomberman.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how it would work, but like, I think he could have a cool moveset.
Yeah. Oh,
Throw
absolutely.
Bomberman in there. I know he's a bit synonymous with PlayStation.
You've given me another one.
I know he's a bit synonymous with PlayStation. Bomberman is. Some of my earliest gaming memories, I remember playing Bomberman on like PS1.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yeah, he could be just a really cool, like quirky character. Little guy running around,
Hell yeah.
throwing bombs at people. And then the next one is kind of funny. I think Klonoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I think you've got Crash and Spyro in there. Chuck Klonoa in there.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like
too right.
another game that's beloved by a small amount of people or a lot of people.
I mean, there was those recent remasters.
Yeah,
that came
I
out
still
as well.
need to get round to and play because they do look really good. Klonoa was sort of a breakout really in the gaming industry because it was that first, or in my opinion, one of the first instances of 2.5D. Where it was a 2D side scroller in like a 3D background. And the games themselves have got such a unique gameplay aspect to them, and I just think the character as well is such a lovable character.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can have his little I can't remember what his name is, the little golden guy that follows him around
God.
in there as well. And I think a lot of people would really appreciate Klonoa being in there. That would bring a lot of like 90s kids to the game. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeez, I'm just thinking about like if this is all going to be real, then we're absolutely ruining the retro game market because these games are going to shoot up even more than they already are. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Klonoa is probably at like 150 nowadays.
Klonoa is expensive. I think it dropped a little bit when the remasters came out, but they're still the originals are
it's
still up
so
there.
wild. Okay, awesome. So my next pick was going to be Astrobot, but we've gone through that one.
Yep.
So my next one, I've only included this character because I think it would be a cool aspect of gaming to represent, but also when the sequel was coming out, that it was said that the best console version of this game was the PS3 version.
Okay.
So I'm picking Shell from Portal 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a cool one.
I
actually.
think that would just be a very cool moveset.
That'd be such a cool moveset.
I think getting a Valve character would be class.
Yeah.
And obviously, there was that whole thing where Gabe Newell was like, yeah, we're not developing games for the PS3 because the fucking thing sucks.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, actually, Portal 2 is going to be better on PS3 than anything. So
Yeah,
like,
which is crazy.
yeah, it's pretty
I
wild.
love Portal 2, bro. Such a good game.
I really need to finish it. I'm so far through it, and I loved every second
Have
of
you
it.
played the co-op mode?
No.
We'll have to play through
we
that.
need to do
Like,
that.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
That's my next pick. And
Cool.
you, sir?
So, I've got 4 left. Oh my god, I've knocked the mic again. Sorry.
You got four left.
I've got 4 left. How many have you got?
I've got 5. So do you want to just do one?
Okay, we'll do 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I wanted to get a Kingdom Hearts character in there,
Oh god.
but I haven't.
Okay.
Because I didn't really know who else to put in there. Because Sora is in Smash. Somehow, my dreams came true. And Sora's in there. You could put other characters in there. You could put Riku in there. You could put Kairi in there. You could put Xehanort in there. There's a lot of characters you could put in there. However, I didn't think it fit really well. So I've gone the other route and gone down the Final Fantasy route.
Right. Okay.
So in Smash you got Cloud and Sephiroth. In this one, you could go with a more recent character. You could go with Clive from 16, or anything, or Noctis from 15. But I went with the main protagonist of one of my favourite games of all time. I've gone with Tidus from Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
One of the most iconic PlayStation 2 games ever made. It's always up there in people's top fives. It's one of the highest rated games on PlayStation 2. Absolutely iconic game. I absolutely love this game to death. If Final Fantasy VII wasn't being remade, I would love Final Fantasy X to be remade. Absolutely fantastic. Gameplay was amazing. The characters were so lovable. The story was phenomenal. Tidus is just such a cool character in my opinion as well. There is a very famous or infamous scene in Final Fantasy X.
I was gonna say the final smash would be the laugh.
Have that as an emote or a final smash. I think would be quite funny.
Everyone just dies of cringe.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I think Tidus in there would be great for like RPG and Final Fantasy representation, and also give the Final Fantasy X fans something. You know, it's been a long time since we've had anything to do with that game, and I really do hope the very, very light rumours of them remaking 10 are true, because I've played through that game a million times, and I'd love to play through an updated version of it. So yeah, Tidus, Final Fantasy X.
Oh yeah. Okay. My next pick is another somewhat out there one. It's another third-party character. I was torn between a few from this series because I could have picked like 5 other characters, but I went with this one, and it's Claptrap.
Oh no! You're making me hate this game.
Look, so I wanted a Borderlands rep because I love me some Borderlands, but yeah, I do feel like obviously where it is a third party, there was no like exclusivity on PlayStation or anything, but it's one of those where it's like no one else is gonna claim this for any other fighting game, so fuck it. And I think Claptrap would be hilarious to make a moveset for.
He's also the most iconic Borderlands character, isn't he? So, like, if you are going to have Borderlands representation in there, I think it's got to be Claptrap, hasn't it?
It's like I could have gone with a Psycho because that's the cover art, and there was a whole moveset you could have had there. Could have gone with Lilith because she's like one of the best Vault Hunters, but I feel like you got to have Claptrap.
I think if you got Borderlands rep, you got to have Claptrap. I think as the character. And you can't have all of these Fire Emblem-esque characters. You've got to have some silly guys in there.
Oh, absolutely.
It looks like most of your list is silly guys, to be honest. Which is quite funny, actually. But this is our list. You know, this isn't like, as far as I'm aware, like, I haven't really seen. I mean, a lot of the picks I've chosen so far probably on a lot of people's lists. But like there are, you know, I think you've gone down the route of like I just gotta put in some stupid bastards in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, and I absolutely love that. And Claptrap, why not? I hate the game even more. Imagine playing a match with Claptrap, Bubsy, Abe, and Tumba.
Wild matchups.
That's worse than Fortnite. But
oh dear.
But yeah, any more sound Claptrap or?
No. Let's move on quickly.
Next one is for me is probably this game's incredible. It's the only Souls-like that I actually like, or got on with, and it's one people absolutely love and people are clamoring for it to come back. The Hunter from Bloodborne. Like the main guy you play as in Bloodborne, the Hunter. Chuck him in there. I mean, it is a PS4 exclusive, isn't it, Bloodborne?
Yeah. Don't you know it?
We know it. We know it, Bloodborne fans. You know, I do want the game on PS5, even if it's just a remaster or whatever, or a Bloodborne 2. You know, like,
just make one of those PS5 upgrades where it literally just unlocks the frame rate.
I don't know why they haven't done it.
Honestly,
you know, like, but yeah, the Hunter in there. All it's going to do is make the Bloodborne fans rabid. Like, you can put it in a PS All Stars game, but you can't give us another game. But yeah, I think the Hunter would be a great addition to it. Another iconic sort of PS4 era character, I think.
Lovely. Awesome. So my next pick is one of the most obvious that you can get, that there was no reason whatsoever for him not to be in the first game, and there's even more no reason for him not to be in this one. It's fucking Rayman.
Oh, of course. I didn't have Rayman on my list.
Rayman, like, one of the biggest names of the PS1 era, and he's still going ridiculously strong these days. Legends and Origins, I swear to God, they both came out and they've both been re-released so many times.
Yeah.
And I'm not even, like, clamoring for a new Rayman or like that, because those games are so fucking good.
That's the thing, though.
I can just keep replaying them.
They have every right to keep releasing those games because they are good. They are phenomenal. Origins and Legends are absolutely phenomenal Rayman games. Games in general, not just Rayman games. Like, yeah, how he was not in the first one is crazy. Maybe they just did it me and forgot.
Yeah.
They just forgot about it.
Obviously, it's Ubisoft, so they'd have license in there. But like, would Ubisoft have cared?
No,
they'd have done it.
They'd
have sorted it.
let him in there.
They'd take any advertising they can fucking get.
Yeah, no, agreed.
But yeah, no. So yeah, Rayman. There's not. What can I say?
There's nothing more to say on Rayman.
You know everything you need to know. Put Rayman in the game.
He's got no limbs.
Well, yeah, he doesn't. Right.
Okay, my second to last pick. You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
This one's quite funny. So, this game was exclusive to PlayStation for a long time. Only recently came to Xbox, in, I think, to my best of my knowledge. You had the Killzone guy. Put Helldiver in there.
I'll fucking put Helldiver next. Yeah.
Put Helldiver in there.
We both had Helldiver, so that's
yeah. Like
we got to have Helldiver.
Like
John Helldiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you need to call him that as well.
His moveset would be awesome. Like he could enter the game in the pod that comes down from the sky.
Yep.
You know, you could use all his different like gadgets and stuff like that, and different types of guns and whatnot as his moveset. Put the Helldiver in.
Yeah, that it could be like a with like Sora, where you got the 3 different like key.
Magic or
key
Shulk,
attack.
where you can choose between the different attack styles.
You can just like switch between stratagems, like throw them. You know, you can have like a fucking nuke.
You can absolutely nuke the fucking thing with your bloody final smash.
Bro, that's such a good idea.
Yeah. I thought Helldiver was a no-brainer, really, because it's such an iconic PlayStation 5. Helldiver 2 is such a iconic PlayStation 5 game that is now on Xbox. But yeah, I think
that's an unreal idea. So, yeah. Yeah, so my next one was a Helldiver.
Yep.
So I'm going to move on to the one after that. Another one that I don't even know who the fuck owns this IP no more. Like, it's one of those that kind of just fallen into obscurity, but they could have absolutely have put him into the first game. So we're going to put him into this game. It's Croc.
Yes, Croc.
Absolutely.
Again, didn't have him on my list.
Absolutely need Croc in there. I mean, there's so many PlayStation like platformer mascot type characters that if you had to only pick 3 out of all of them, Croc probably wouldn't make the cut.
Yeah.
But he is still iconic. He did still have great games, and he can still have a great moveset here.
He's also just got a remaster.
Yeah.
Or a remake.
Remastered the Crocs, and oh god, I that's one of those games where like I loved heavily as a kid, haven't really gone back to,
no, me
and
either.
I really, really want to.
Yeah, me too.
I do now own both of them, so I guess maybe over Christmas that might be something for me to do to go back to my childhood.
Do you know what we should do at Christmas? We should set the PS1 up and just play old PS1 games.
I'll be
like
1,000 times down
over
for
the
that.
Christmas period. Just me and you playing old PS1 games. That'd be fantastic.
There's nothing I'd want more.
I'd really enjoy that.
Awesome.
Yeah. How many characters you got left? Yeah, I take it you've only got 1 left now.
Yes. I've only got 1 left.
So this is my last pick.
Okay.
This one, when I thought of this, I thought this is fucking gold. This is absolutely hilarious.
I swear to God, if it's what I've got down.
So this might be in other people's lists. I'm not actually sure. But when I thought of this character, I thought this is such an iconic PlayStation guy that why would you not have him in there as just a joke, fun character? As you said earlier, if you could have Fat Princess in there, you could have anyone in there. Buzz the Quizmaster.
That's unreal.
That is absolutely phenomenal,
That is
isn't it?
unreal.
That is a pull and a half.
Holy shit.
Like, I thought, I saved this one for last on purpose because it's such a good pull, in my opinion. Like,
No,
it's such
that
an
is
iconic,
fucking great. That is
such an
my
iconic
God.
PlayStation 2, like, yeah, PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah,
Series.
yeah.
And with the little quiz controllers. His final smash could be like he like throws a quiz controller at him or something. Or he asks him,
You got the question wrong.
or he asks him a really impossible question and holds a gun up to him. If you get it wrong, you're dead. Yeah, so I just thought Buzz is such a funny character. I think you could have in this game, like such a really like villager character. That is like I think it would just be so funny. Like you could just attack people with questions, like with like a history question or something. Like you just whack them with it.
I do feel like when people have this conversation where they're like, "Oh, who could they add?" No one ever picks like pick characters like that, or like you get occasionally you get like your Wii Fit trainers, which is like
funny, hilarious.
It's so that's such a creative and very good pick. I really fuck with that.
Yeah, I thought
that's great.
That's why I left it till last. I thought you would really appreciate that one. Like,
Okay.
I thought that was probably my most creative one of the lot.
Yeah, absolutely. That is fucking amazing. Well, we're gonna move on now to the very, very last pick. Kind of a funny one, but I genuinely used to love this game on PS1. It's Mr. Driller.
Oh my god! Do you know what I thought you were going to say for a minute?
What?
The ball from Cooler World.
Oh dear. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Mr. Driller. I mean, there's some great movesets you can make out of that, but it's just funny because, like, who the fuck cares? Like, it's Mr. Driller.
Yeah.
But Mr. Driller's a great game. But
It is.
But who the fuck cares?
No one cares. When it was put on the PS1 Classic, like, we were like, okay, like, thank you.
Nice.
Like,
can't wait to Mr. Driller.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But yeah, like Mr. Driller, I think, yeah, like you said, another iconic sort of PlayStation character. You could have had other ones in there, like you could have had the rabbit from that other one they added to the PlayStation Classic. I can't remember the name of it.
Jumping Flash.
Jumping Flash.
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually.
I was also thinking of fighting character representation, so I was going to put Jin from Tekken in there, or something like that, or, but they had Heihachi, I think, in the first one from Tekken. And whatnot, so I thought there was a couple that didn't quite make the cut for me, but I thought both our lists actually were really good. I love your list. Like, as much as I absolutely hate Bubsy, I love your list. I think that's a fantastic list, and my list I think is pretty good because it's a mix of modern, a mix of predictable, but also very unpredictable with Buzz. I would love to see
When
him.
you said Buzz, I thought you meant Buzz Lightyear.
No.
Because of Toy Story 2.
No, Buzz the Quizmaster, baby. Like, just throw that guy in there with his, like, Pac-Man head and spiky yellow hair and his blue suit. Like, what
Goated.
What a game that would be. Like, those characters we've picked. What a game. Can you imagine Buzz the Quizmaster fighting Kratos? Or, like, fighting bloody James from Silent Hill.
This is the thing that I'd love the most. Like, if they kept the structure of the first game, where like you get to the end of the campaign and then you get two characters meet up with like a cutscene, something like the Kratos like Sweet Tooth one.
Yeah.
But make that for every character pairing.
I did try to make character pairings when I was doing this. I think Crash and Spyro is obvious. I think they would be counterparts to each other. But yeah, like I did try and make like some pairs. Like, I mean, you could have maybe Sam Porter Bridges and Aloy maybe, or like you could have Jin and Eve or something like that. Like just throw two characters together, Klonoa and Bomberman. I just think would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Helldiver and Spider-Man. Like it'd just be absolutely hilarious in my opinion. And then Tumba and Astrobot. I think that'd be a perfect pairing, in my opinion. I don't know who you'd pair Buzz with. Bubsy.
Hang on. No. Claptrap.
Buzz and Claptrap, actually, yeah, that would be kind of perfect.
Or Doom Guy.
Buzz and Doom Guy. You could give Buzz skins where he is just every other character. Like, he just puts Doom Guy's fucking suit on. Or something like that. Like, What a game that would be, man. That would be funny.
We're cooking for Sony here. Come
Yeah,
on, like
Sony,
someone hear this.
Sony, you can have this for free. Like, we're giving it out to you now.
In fact, I'll leave a £10 note with the letter with the idea.
Yeah.
Right? Come on, just make it.
You don't even have to credit us. Just put it in the game. On a real talk, this game's never going to be made.
Never.
PS All Star. I think the ship has sailed for Sony's Arena Fighter.
I think they realised they fucked up
They
and they
messed
don't
up
really want
so
to do it
bad,
again.
and they don't want to chance it again. I would love it if they did have another go and get the formula right. Just copy Smash.
Honestly,
Nintendo don't sue people.
the thing is, though, like this is like PS All Stars.
Nintendo do sue people.
Oh well, yeah. Don't mention their name.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll
Sorry,
lawsuit.
in the edit, just put redacted.
But yeah, no. So with the first PS All Stars game, it's like it was $1 million idea, like so much potential.
I just think it was nice they couldn't fuck up.
No, they couldn't afford to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And I think they should have given it to fucking Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
They started off like with Where the Warrior, like a fighting game.
Yeah.
And Naughty Dog, you know, say what you will about their directions with their games these days and all that, they would have made an unreal fighting game, and they wouldn't have cut any corners.
No.
But who even developed PS All Stars? Like,
I don't know. Did Sony not do it themselves, first party, or did they? Give
well,
it
it was
someone?
one of their studios, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know who did it, but whoever did it, hang your head in shame, because it was terrible. It was, and I can't believe I platted that game. I was really looking forward to that game. You know, the trailer for that game hyped me up to absolute shit. The music in it and everything. I was like, this game's going to be phenomenal, and it was so bad, but I still platted it.
It does suck that like every redeeming quality of the game does, like, none of those redeeming qualities actually give you a reason to play it.
No, it doesn't. Like, the main menu screen is bare bones. It's awful, absolutely dreadful. It's something you can make on Microsoft Paint. Like, it's so bad. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, all that aside, Sony had gold there and fumbled it. They fumbled the bag. But yeah, I just thought this was a really funny idea for us to do, to make a nice little roster for a possible PS All Stars 2. And honestly, our roster is the best roster.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like this plus the original characters, I think that'd be phenomenal.
If you think you've got a better roster, then you can try. You can send it in.
Yeah. Or a character, at least, like, that we haven't thought of.
Yeah, who did we miss?
There's probably people out there that we've definitely forgotten.
Oh, absolutely.
Characters we've said. Like, I mean, I forgot Rayman, for Christ's sake.
Was Jack and Daxter in the first game?
Jack and Daxter was in the first game, yeah.
Never mind then.
Yeah, so, like, that's the thing. I did look at the first game's roster and was like, right, I don't want to put any of these characters or representation from these games, really. I want to represent new stuff. There's a lot of more modern games you could have in there. Characters from modern games. I think the modern characters are really interchangeable. But yeah, I think our rosters are pretty good. I think they're really fun, actually. And now I want to play an arena fighter with Buzz. Like, I really, really want to play as Buzz in an arena fighter. Someone make it in Super Smash Flash or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck it. Yeah, send us in your ideas for characters we may have missed, or if there's any third-party guys you think could make the cut that would be funny.
That's the thing. I didn't really go guest characters much. I went more PlayStation-based stuff.
I tried to go with some third parties that had significant PlayStation representation or whatever, but yeah, I think having third-party characters in these sorts of games are important.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I took advantage of that, and we now have Claptrap v Bubsy as a possible matchup.
That's so funny to imagine. I could see that right now, like in like the Last of Us stage or something.
That would be
like
the most annoying fight you could ever watch.
Oh god, it would be awful. I would have to play it on mute. Like, like it would be dreadful. But yeah, that was our PS All Stars 2 draft. We hope you enjoyed that. It was just a nice little fun project for our first podcast. But yeah, there's only one more thing left to do on this podcast.
Okay.
In this episode, and I think this is going to be a reoccurring section every week. Whether we both do one or one of us does one, we're going to end the podcast every week with a hot take. A game where it don't have to be gaming.
Okay.
It could be any hot take.
Yeah.
It could be a hot take of the week. I have gone gaming themed on my first one, just for continuity's sake. And I did allude to it earlier. My gaming hot take of the week is that The Last of Us is just okay. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just okay. I think the games are just okay. There's nothing for me. The story's great. Don't get me wrong. I think the story's pretty good. The gameplay is good, but like it's just for me that series is just an okay series. And if you like it, great. If you don't, awesome. I don't care. Like it's all right. It's just all right. You definitely don't agree.
Trying so hard right now not to punch you in the face.
You just put a hole through your desk.
So my hot take is complete rage bait. I do obviously believe it, but at least mine wasn't rage bait that would piss you off. God damn, you really attacked me there, personally.
I feel like mine is rage bait, but it's not rage bait because I've said this to you for years like, about how I think The Last of Us is just okay. Mm-hmm. You know, people ridicule me for it, but I will stand by it.
Yeah, you stand by it and you keep being wrong.
I'll be wrong. I'll be wrong.
That's definitely a hot take. I respect it. I will never agree with it, but I will respect it. You, however, may not respect this one, or agree with it, or anything. Super Mario 64 fucking sucks.
I agree.
Whoa, that's so crazy.
I agree.
Wow. Okay. So, just to go into a little bit here, I don't think it completely sucks. I love the structure of it. I love the 120 star thing and all the different levels and just the magic of when you first play that game. But the biggest problem with it is it fucking sucks to control.
Yeah.
And it takes if you have a platformer game and it doesn't control well, nothing's going to be right.
Yeah.
Like it ruins the entire experience because that's what platforms are. They're obstacle courses with precision and all this. And I don't think the controls for Mario in that game work with any of the level design whatsoever.
Do you think that's a recency bias with how good platformers are now?
I don't think I would
going
say
back
that.
and playing that game is fucking awful.
I think the main reason I have this as such a strong thing is it wouldn't really be that bad because it's the first 3D Mario game and it's in the infancy of 3D gaming.
It was revolutionary for the industry.
Yeah, and I do get what it did and I appreciate it. But I feel like a lot of people to this day will play that N64 original and not have any problem with it. I don't understand how they don't think that it controls like shit.
Yeah.
And I don't hear people pointing that out whatsoever.
No.
And for some people it might not ruin it. And I'm so happy for those people because it is, at its core, a good game.
Yes.
But because I hate how it controls, I cannot fucking stomach playing it anymore.
No, I agree. 100%.
Which is annoying. I used to play it loads as a kid.
Yeah.
It was one of those really, really, a lot of people did.
Yeah.
But it was one of those games. And I can't play it anymore. I tried beating it on the 3D All-Stars on the Switch. I got as far as I could bear.
Yeah.
It's a sludge.
Yeah.
It's sort of the same with Sunshine. I don't like how that game controls, but it is a bit better.
I don't agree with that. I mean, Sunshine doesn't control great, granted, but I think other aspects of Sunshine make up for it.
Yeah, that's right. It's not as bad as 64 is,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it truly got amazing until Galaxy. I don't have a problem with Galaxy's controls whatsoever.
Just phenomenal.
But yeah, that's my hot take. That's your hot take.
Yeah.
That is us.
That is us for the week. So yeah,
let us know what you think about our hot takes, our roster, or anything else you just want us. If you want to give us some fucking hate, go
either
for
way,
it.
We're getting death threats in the comments.
Oh yeah. You want to fight in the street? We'll fucking have it.
I'll go get the Amazon delivery driver back, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much if you got this far for listening. It means the world to us. We love doing this, and we'd love to keep doing this.
Give us an excuse.
Just give me a fucking reason. But yeah, why don't you leave us your hot take if you've got something that you want to ruffle a few feathers with? We'll read some out, and
we might read them out next week and get even more death threats. But
if there's anything I love more than including Bubsy in a PS All Stars roster, it's pissing people off. So yeah, just thank you again, everyone. I've been Andrew.
I've been Rick,
and remember, Gasm if you got 'em.